What is going on, guys? Today we are going to be looking at everybody in Team of the Year from day one. We're going to update it with the midfielders, the defenders, the goalkeepers, and potentially the second round of Team of the Year icons, and if we do manage to get any honourables. So let's start off with the first one. Xhaka as the free objective. Most definitely just an upgraded card. To be honest, he's gone from his 82 common to a 90. I believe these are Team of the Year moments or Team of the Year honourables. That's kind of the different card vibe. And to be fair, he's not awful. Like, he's not going to be in your team. He's kind of just there. If you are running a Bundes team, he's definitely a nice free card you could get. But a 3-star at best. Nothing too crazy on anything, really. The only nice thing they've actually given him is obviously having that incisive pass plus. He most definitely would be more in an A category in this list. And then we have Bruno Fernandes, the only other card on this list that does not have a double playstyle plus. So if we go ahead and go into him, he is coming in a little bit expensive, to be honest. You could grind him out through Team of the Year, so it's not as if this is like a card you've got to get done in 2-3 days. You've got a lot of time to get him done until the 19th of February, which is a huge amount of time for a card like this. 800,000 coins. Long ball pass, it's not terrible. 4-star. The only thing I've got is the pace is nice. It's a good upgrade on from what he had in his 90. Naturally, it's a 6 upgrade from there. But in terms of the card, I feel like we've got a lot of him. That is the kind of only issue. If you're not going for that flashback nostalgic vibe, there isn't really anything absolutely special from him. We've seen a lot of cams. If you've done Zidane, that is your number one choice there. So for me, he's a good card, and most definitely I like that they've gone with some flashbacks straight off the bat. That is really nice. And if we do get CR7, if we do get Conte and Alex Morgan, there should be some good cards that could either be super subs, could be in your team potentially, depending on the level. But I do think with Bruno, he isn't necessarily top of the top, but I'd say he's in the middle. And yes, there is only S+, S, and A in this because these are the best of the best players in this upgraded Team of the Year. So that is what it is. Then we've got Georgie Best. Now, in terms of George Best, he's the first SBC that you can physically get with a double playstyle plus. I quite like him, to be honest. He's about 1.8 at the moment. With the SBC, 16 SBCs to get him done. He has technical and first touch. So it's this was the thing with the double playstyle plus, and it's what I said once it got announced is, yes, we can have double, but it doesn't mean that they have to be useful to each other. We literally could have an aerial and a power shot like Haaland. We could have a long ball throw and a dead ball play. They are not necessarily worth screaming about. If we got quick step and rapid, I feel like that could be a broken combination. If we got finesse power shot, so you can have multiple ways of shooting, then yes, that is going to be some very, very meta ones. But in terms of him, technical's nice. It's what he had to begin with. First touch plus, it's one that you don't notice, but most definitely is useful in some scenarios. It's just not your number one. Naturally, in terms of the card, it's a good upgrade from his 90. We've got 2s, 4s, and 5s across the board, which is always perfect. He's managing to keep up with the Jarzinhos, the Garinchas of the world, because naturally that is kind of where we kind of left off with him. He just was left. He can play left wing as well. I think that is always something to add to him, and also Cam. I think most definitely with his kind of stats, with his wing play, I'd say he's definitely one of the better ones in that position. Now, check.
If your team's looking like this, then I have the place for you. Head over to U7Buy for all your coin needs. They're cheap, fast, and reliable, but make sure to use JT11 at the checkout for 6% off all of your coin orders.
Czech is a funny one. Like, personally, I really have despised Czech from the past couple of years because he'd been brought into the game and he was woeful. I don't know what it is with him. He should be one of the better keepers in the game by a landslide. And yet, whenever I play with him, he just does not perform. No matter what I've got, he is normally as bog standard as an icon keeper should be, but I feel like he should be up there with the Van der Sars. Realistically, Czech is one of the best Premier League goalkeepers we've ever had. That should be statted in this, and for some reason it's not. He's 6'5", he's 93 rated, 453,000 coins. I just don't think he's that sort of card. If we look at the kind of stats of him, you've obviously got relatively decent stats throughout. That's going to be a given. Guaranteed it's going to get beaten by the men's Team of the Year goalkeeper, but I just feel like he is pretty bog standard in this game, and unfortunately for me, he does come in the lower tier. I don't think he's going to overtake Van der Sar, in my opinion. Let me know down below if you do prefer him. As a past and present Chelsea or Arsenal team, he's going to be phenomenal for you. Xavi. Xavi is a funny one because I believe we had, because he's 91 rated, so realistically, he's gone a +1, which is what it is. But he did have the tiki-taka. So if you know Barcelona, if you know Xavi's era, tiki-taka was the main thing. So why on earth has he gone to technical or long ball? He should have, well, realistically, if I was it, the kind of best scenario for a card like this, because he's not the perfect centre mid, I would have gone tiki-taka and gone with incisive pass. Make the double playstyle plus on this card actually really good. But the stats of him, he's not necessarily going to be your cam. He's not necessarily going to be your CDM. And in terms of box to box, we've normally got a decent amount to go with. So why they didn't go with a very good double playstyle plus on him in comparison to the rest, I don't know. We've got technical and long ball pass. Technical is going to be pretty useless for him because I'm not striving forward with him. The whole point of Xavi would be his passing. So I'd have given him at least 2 playstyle pluses for passing. That would have been the perfect combination for a card that isn't going to be running the midfield up and down constantly. So unfortunately for him, he is going to sit in that A category. One that did get announced very, very late on, or I missed him, is Zola. Of course he is. Naturally, once we knew that Evolution was coming out for him, he was bound to get the upgrade. 721, Deadpool plus Finesse. I can get on board with it. Naturally, he does have the Finesse in his first one. So adding the Deadpool, it's one of them ones that you can live with. If you've not got a dead ball in your team, then that's perfect because naturally he can be good at the free kicks. Naturally as well, when it comes to stats, he's pretty good. Pace is decent, shooting's good, passing's good, dribbling's good. It is just the physicality game that he doesn't. And I do think he sets himself up really nice in a pairing striker or even sitting behind them in that cam centre forward role. I think he does it really, really well. So for me, he's a solid card. Wherever I'd go in comparison to the lot of these, because when we do look, there is some big cards, but I think bottom end of S in comparison to what we're going to see is going to be the number one shout there. Ribery, on the other hand, very, very good card. It's finally got an upgrade because we have been dying for a Ribery card. He got obviously his 88. Thank God they didn't go with just a double upgrade. I could have just saw him as a 90 for some reason, but they've actually gone and given him a solid upgrade into that 92. We've managed to get the technical and finesse. They love the technical on these, and most definitely, he's still a very, very good card. He's definitely in that top minority of a winger with 5'5". Ginola's obviously going to be another French lad that you can get. I think Dembele can switch wings, but Ribery definitely comes in with more of a meta card this time, which is absolutely perfect. We've got decent stat upgrades throughout. So in terms of this card, I think he's definitely in the right direction. We knew full well when it comes to Team of the Year icons, there weren't going to be a 96 Ribery, a 98 Ronaldo or Vieira, because naturally they're keeping the progression. Team of the Year players are definitely on that upgrade. We can see with Mbappe, Messi, Haaland, that's going to be their highest rated card for some time. Whereas with the icons, it's just another stepping stone. It's another name on it. It doesn't mean that these are the best icons until footies or team of the season. So naturally, we knew that that was going to happen. But when it comes to Ribery, it's an easy one there. Then we have the final two at this moment in time. We have Patrick Vieira, monster card. 7 million coins coming in with his block and intercept. That could work really well. I kind of had a thought that intercept and an anticipate could be really good for him, but most definitely I will take 2 defensive playstyle pluses. It's nearly 7 million coins. He is what he is. And honestly, if we look at Ronaldo as well, Ronaldo's the funny one because naturally he got quick step and aerial. I just don't get why. Like, aerial, come on. They knew what they were doing with this card. Obviously he's extinct. But I just feel like if he just had some shooting one, I know it could break him completely because he's already insane, so it really doesn't matter that much. I just think that this card definitely needed something other than aerial. Guaranteed now, Ham has the most powerful playstyle pluses. I could just see it already. But when it comes to both of these, they're obviously in that top category. Then we move on to the female team of the year. So these are the first Team of the Year women's we've actually ever seen. So if we kind of hover over, we've got all three of them here. We have got Kerr with the rapid and power header. Very nice. We have then Smith with quick step and technical. The only thing with quick step and technical is the one thing I need to try with her, because we've got an abundance of loans of every single card, it seems, at the minute. We've got Mbappe, Messi for like 20 games each. Haaland's on about 40. The only one I don't have loan on the main account is Hansen, but we did manage to get her on the second, so we're very, very happy there. But in terms of Smith, with the technical, because obviously it's the RB, so naturally you'll just run faster from that. For a controlled sprint, quick step takes you to your maximum sprint whilst using LT. RT, so naturally that's going to combat each other with two different running types. The only thing I need to try is if I use quick step first, get up to maximum speed, then switch into technical, is that making a difference rather than just pressing technical? Because that is where I feel like it could be a little bit broken. Then we have whipped pass and Travella for Hansen. Hansen looks outstanding, genuinely outstanding. We've got 7.4, 1.6 and 1.3, so they do come down in price quite quickly. To say these are team of the year strikers, just over 1 million coins on two of them, that's very interesting. Hansen naturally puts herself in that massive top category. She's going to be a phenomenal winger. Granted, when we come to footies, I'm interested to see the 99s here. They're going to be all over the shop, but most definitely she puts her place in that team, and definitely with the Barca team, from what it looks like, Putellas, Bonmati, it's going to be an incredible Barcelona Team of the Year women's team. Smith and Kerr, I think both of them are phenomenal strikers. In terms of what I'm looking at and from Team of the Year, it's hard because I'd probably put them all at S+, to be fair to you, because naturally they are some of the best strikers in the game. But in terms of the Team of the Year and what we're going to see in terms of rating, I feel like these are kind of where they belong. Then we have the men. So this is now the big boys. This is what everybody wants from the Team of the Year attackers. We have 5.4 mil for Haaland, we have 8.8 mil for Messi, and 15 mil for Mbappe. Naturally, you knew these were going to be incredible players. Whether we do get CR7 in that 12th man could be the game changer for all them attackers. We've got Messi with the technical and incisive pass. I understand it because they're trying to put him in more of a cam role. I just need some shooting from him. Why have we got technical, which is good, but then incisive pass? I know he's very good at passing, but I want to shoot him one on him. We have Haaland with the power shot on the aerial. Again, very much like R9. Very good first one. Second one, it's just there. He's going to get headers naturally, so I suppose at the most thing with Haaland, he can actually win it being 6'5". And then finally, Mbappe as quick step and Travella. That is actually really nice. The quick step is naturally what he normally had. They have taken away his rapid from his player of the month, but naturally adding that Travella, even better. Getting a shooter one in there. These are some of the best attackers we will see for a while. Haaland is going to be absolutely broken. Messi's going to dribble through every team, and Mbappe can do what he wants because he's king of PSG. These are obviously all free going into the S+. That is going to be my list for today. Let me know down below what you think, and if you have managed to pack one, don't let anybody know. Peace.